We'll probably be rerunning the Sheer Organic class in August. We're going to be doing series of classes. We've had 5 in a row. We have 2 more. Next Monday, we have a MAD class, and then July 6th, we have the Sheer Gold class. And then we're going to start all over again. So our goal is to do 1 a week or 1 every 2 weeks moving forward all the way through September. So eventually you can get educated on any brand that we carry. I also did want to mention that we put together a special professional kit for you today. So it's all the products that we're going to use in this treatment in professional size. So this is kind of the size that they look like. And we are doing 20% off on this specific kit. So it is normally $350. There's a 70% saving, but $70 savings. So that kit will be on sale for $280 for the next couple of days. If you guys just want to take advantage of that, just let us know and we'll get it for you. And yes, Jordana will schedule another Sheer Organic class, correct? Because it looks like a couple people missed it. So
okay. And we do have the new Sheer Select coming out in the next couple months or so. We'll definitely do a class on all of those USDA certified organic products. We're super excited to have some new products.
New CBD products too, right, Jordana?
Yeah, I'm excited for the CBD for sure.
So we'll have some exciting things to come. So yes, I might have recorded it. I didn't know you had to record it into the cloud to share. So I've been recording them on my computer, but Jordana says that I can share that through WeTransfer. So I'm going to see, I'll go back to check to see if I did record that one. But this one's recording in the cloud?
Yes, this one's recording in the cloud. Okay, so we're going to get started here. We have Jordana with us all the way from New Jersey. And
she's in New York today, I think.
Sorry. And she's going to be teaching the class on Shir-Radiance. So I'm going to pass the screen over to Jordana, and then you guys, again, if you have any questions, just type it into the chat. And take it away, Jordana.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I just want to thank you all for coming again today. And I'm really excited to teach you guys more about the Shir-Radiance line. This is definitely one of my favorite lines that Shira has. It is a more of like a clinical line. It goes really well in conjunction with more advanced treatments like microderm, peels, dermaplaning, laser treatments. So that's why I really like it. I have a medical spa background. It's really good for hyperpigmentation, anti-aging, acne, and premature aging as well. So there's a lot of products that I like to use in here for my facial treatments, and lots of products that I like to recommend. One of the most important ingredients that we formulated this line with is called pentavitin, which holds moisture for 72 hours. And I'll go more into that in a little bit, but it combines the pentavitin with a lot of other more clinical ingredients. Like there's different alpha hydroxy acids, specifically mandelic acid. There's vitamin C, collagen, hyaluronic acid, and we also blend it with different botanical extracts, which are naturally derived. So the line, again, is clinical, it's not organic. Some of the ingredients are still naturally derived, but it's still paraben-free, and it's still animal cruelty-free and vegan. Here's more about pentavitin. So the medical name is called saccharide isomerate. It's a water-binding agent, and it's also an emollient. It's an effective moisturizer in the skin. And the way, I just want to see my next slide, sorry. The way that it binds to the skin is that it's able to stick inside the skin cells to help increase moisture inside of the skin cells, and then it sheds naturally through desquamation, like when the skin cells shed itself. So, and the skin cells usually shed, well, they shed every day, but after 72 hours, and that's when like the process of the desquamation is, and it's holding the moisture for that long, for 72 hours. So it's really good for clients with like eczema, really dry skin, flaky skin, and other skin conditions. And it's just really hydrating, really good for all skin types. So that's why we included it in all of our moisturizers. And here's just some other ingredients that we like to use. So the mandelic acids and alpha hydroxy derived from almonds. It's one of the more gentle alpha hydroxy acids, so you can actually use it on sensitive skin. And the way Mandelic acid works is that each alpha hydroxy acid has different size molecules. Like glycolic is the smallest molecule, so it's going in deeper into the skin. But Mandelic has the largest molecule, so it's sitting on the skin for a longer period of time, and it's exfoliating the surface for longer periods, so it's able to lift the hyperpigmentation and help to kill like all the acne bacteria, even the skin tone, and help with anti-aging. Then we have your lactic acid, which is really good for increasing hydration and evening the skin tone. Hyaluronic acid, as you all know, it's really good for hydration, fine lines and wrinkles. Ceramides are really good for the skin too. They help to improve the barrier function, and ceramides are proteins already found in the skin. You have your retinol, again, which is really good for anti-aging, helping to produce a lot of collagen. And we use ester C versus vitamin C or L-ascorbic acid. Ester C is an oil-soluble version of vitamin C. So the molecules are actually more stable than L-ascorbic acid, so you can use it on sensitive skin. And actually, ester C works better in smaller doses than L-ascorbic acid. So it makes it more effective. And then we have the glycolic, salicylic acid, and collagen. So those are just a lot of ingredients that we like to use in this line. And then here's just some botanicals, a lot of essential oils. We have the chamomile extract, cucumber, pomegranate extract, papaya, lavender. So just a bunch of different ones that are also beneficial for the skin. I'm going to start going into the products. The deep foaming cleanser, which is good for normal to dry skin, but just as a tip for me, I use this on every single person. For oily skin, I use it combination. You can use it on sensitive skin. It's a great cleanser for the back bar, but also amazing for retail. The main ingredient in here is mandelic acid and lemon and lime. And it also has papaya and, just papaya extracts. So it is exfoliating the skin very lightly, where your client can use it morning and at night. And in your facial room, I like to exfoliate right in the beginning because it just preps the skin better for the rest of the facial, and it's so gentle that it's not going to irritate the skin. And I really like this one to use with like a Clarisonic brush because it's foaming. It gets like a really nice deep cleanse for your facial, and at home care too if they have the Clarisonic brush. But you can see that it really helps to brighten the skin. It helps to remove makeup, just evens the skin tone. It's just really, really good for anti-aging and oily skin too. So I always recommend it morning and at night, and I use this for pretty much every single one of my facials for any skin type. Here we have the balancing cleanser. If your client's more oily to acne prone skin, there's a lot of really good botanical ingredients to help with acne. So this doesn't have any alpha hydroxy acids, it's just a botanical cleanser. There's horsetail and burdock root, which really help to balance the oil production and also has antibacterial properties. There's spirulina, which has a lot of antioxidants, really good for repairing the skin, really good for sensitive skin as well. And there's also papaya extracts in here too, so it is exfoliating the skin very gently, which is also healing the breakouts, helping to even the skin tone and removing all the dead skin. This one doesn't foam up like the eucalyptus cleanser that we have for acne. That one foams up. This one is more of a gel cleanser, so it does deeply cleanse, but it won't foam up as much as a eucalyptus. But it doesn't over dry the skin, which is really good. A lot of acne cleansers that have like salicylic acid, they can over dry the skin. This one's really good for sensitive skin, won't over dry, won't cause any dryness or flakiness, and just helps to really clear the acne breakouts. So your client can use it morning and at night. And then again in your facial room for oily and acne prone skin, this one's really good to use. So now we'll move on to the toners. The hydrating and toning mist, really good for dry skin. You can also use it for combination, but it's just really good for refreshing the skin, balancing the pH. And I mentioned this in my organic webinar. It's really important for you to recommend a toner for your client when they're cleansing, because if you don't have a balanced pH on the skin, it can make your skin more prone to like sun damage, more prone to getting acne breakouts. It's just, you need to have a balanced pH for your skin to be healthy and to also have the other products in your regimen working well. So again, anytime you're recommending a cleanser, you want to recommend the toner. So this one's really good for balancing the pH. There's a lot of botanicals. There's cucumber extract, there's lavender, there's pomegranate extract, a bunch of different botanicals, really soothing for the skin and increasing the hydration and just balancing the pH. So for home care, again, you should use it morning and at night after cleansing. You can either spray it on a cotton pad and apply it evenly on the skin, or you can mist it over the skin directly. And the same protocol for your back bar. I usually use it after cleansing and after I do the mask. Sometimes I'll spray it directly on the end of the facial just because it feels really good and it smells really good and it just feels really refreshing. But it's mainly for balancing the pH and soothing and hydrating the skin. Here we have the salicylic toner. This has 2% salicylic acid. It's really good for a normal oily combination and acne prone skin. This one's really good for back bar to have for your oily skin clients. The salicylic acid is able to go inside of the pores and like decongest all the pores and the blackheads, and it's also antibacterial. So it helps to heal the acne breakouts. There's also aloe combined in the salicylic toner, so it's not too irritating for the skin and it's not over drying either. For home care, this one's really good to recommend for clients that complain about a lot of congested pores and a lot of blackheads and acne scarring. And for your back bar, I use this on every client that you do extractions, just as the just for like the antiseptic after extractions. I'll use it even for dry skin if I'm doing extractions. And then for back bar as well, when you're doing like microderm or peels or dermaplaning, anytime you need to degrease the skin, I always use the salicylic toner. So even if I'm using it on a dry skin client from doing a microdermabrasion, I always use the salicylic toner to degrease the skin. That's just a tip from me. But you can use it again after the mask if that's your protocol, after cleansing. And you can spray it directly on the skin, but for the salicylic toner, I like to use it on a cotton pad. So I make sure that I get all the areas of the skin covered. Now we'll move on to the serums. These are one of my favorite serums. And just another tip from me, you can combine any of the product lines from Shira together. So a lot of the time I like to use the Shir-Radiance serums with my organic products if I'm doing an inorganic facial, unless the client strictly just wants organic products. But I'll try to combine a lot of the serums in there because I just find them to be really, really effective and all my clients really like it. And it's just really good to use with like machines and everything. So the hyaluronic acid is really good for all skin types. It's a natural humectant, so it attracts water to the skin. So it's really good for clients with eczema, really dry and flaky skin, dehydration, helps to plump up the fine lines and wrinkles, helps to pretty much rejuvenate the whole entire skin. You can use it on acne as well. It helps to heal acne breakouts because it's just really hydrating, not clogging the pores. For home care, I usually recommend it morning and at night. And you can layer any serum with the hyaluronic acid, whether they're using a serum with like alpha hydroxy acids, they can still use a hyaluronic acid serum. So definitely morning and at night, and then they can apply moisturizer. For my back bar, I recommend every esthetician to have this one just as a standard serum. It's really good for pretty much every skin concern. You can use it with different machines, like you can use it with galvanic, you can use it with ultrasound, microcurrent. It's really good in conjunction with dermaplaning. Some clients who do microneedling, you can use it with microneedling or the derma roller, the Regenerate pen. After microdermabrasion is really important, and after chemical peel. So this is just like a really important serum to have. And then in your basic facial, I usually just massage with my hands for 1 or 2 minutes and until it penetrates into the skin. But again, you can incorporate the sheens into your basic facials and use the hyaluronic acid. And you can use it for any skin type. Here we have the Ester C Brightening Serum. So this has 10% of the Ester C, which I went over earlier, but again, it's just the oil-soluble version of vitamin C. So the molecules are more stable, really good for sensitive skin, and it actually works in lower doses compared to L-ascorbic acid or regular vitamin C. This one has a lot of benefits. It's really good for hyperpigmentation and really good for producing a lot of collagen in the skin. Vitamin C produces collagen. So you'll also see a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles, also reduction in hyperpigmentation, and just an overall evening of the skin tone and a really nice glow. I recommend this one for daytime just because it's better to use antioxidants during the day in your home care regimen because it just protects the skin cells better from environmental damage. But the client can definitely use it morning and at night, especially if they have hyperpigmentation. But if they want to use it only once a day, I recommend it in the morning. And then for back bar, I usually like to massage this in with my hands, but a lot of my clients like to combine it with the hyaluronic acid and they'll use it with like machines. with like the ultrasound and galvanic. You can also use it after microdermabrasion and dermaplaning, especially to increase collagen in the skin and to even the skin tone. It's really good to use. Here we have the Mandelic 15%, and this is what's in our facial kit for today. This is kind of like an at-home peel. It self-neutralizes itself. It's really good for hyperpigmentation and really good for acne, and you can use it on rosacea and sensitive skin. It also has a little bit of lactic acid, which is also good for sensitive skin and acne, and also really good for anti-aging, and it has witch hazel as well. So when you want to recommend this one for home care, it's really good for hyperpigmentation, so the client can use it. I would start out once a week at night only, and then they can do it 2 times a week at night until they can work their way up to do it at least 3 times a week. So the way I recommend it is the clients will cleanse, tone, do the Mandelic serum, wait like 1 or 2 minutes for it to penetrate into the skin, and then they can do the hyaluronic acid serum and then a moisturizer for their skin type. So that's how you would recommend it for home care. And you can see at least an improvement in at least 1 or 2 weeks from using the Mandelic serum at home. It's really good to use in between peel treatments too. And then for your back bar, you can use this as the exfoliation itself, and you can, use it under steam. You can apply it with a brush or your hands, let it absorb for at least 1 or 2 minutes, and then you can do the mask, or if you need to do extractions, you can do extractions after. But a lot of my clients like to use this with microdermabrasion and also dermaplaning. So they'll do their treatment, the microderm and the dermaplaning, and then they'll apply the Mandelic acid right afterwards just to give an extra result for the client, for like brightening, for hyperpigmentation, or for acne, and just really enhances the result. And is gentle enough that it won't irritate or harm the skin because it's self-neutralizing. It's not as strong as like doing the glycolic 30 or 40%. So if you needed like an add-on or to enhance the result of your more advanced aesthetic treatments, you can definitely do the Mandelic serum after the microderm and dermaplaning. A lot of my clients use that, and you don't need to neutralize it again. It just self-neutralizes on the skin. Here we have the Instant Wrinkle and Pore Minimizer. So this really isn't like a cumulative product where the more that you use it, like, it's going to improve the skin. It's more for like that moment. I kind of recommend it as a medical makeup primer. That's how I like to explain to it for clients. So it does have the dimethicone in it, which is why I recommend it as a makeup primer. But there's also a red microalgae that kind of creates a film on the skin, and it helps to reduce the appearance of the pores and the wrinkles. This one, you can recommend it for your regimen in different ways. I like to put it on at the end, like after the moisturizer. I'll let the moisturizer penetrate into the skin. Then I'll put on the Instant Wrinkle and Pore Minimizer, and then I'll put on my makeup. But if you don't wear makeup, you can even apply it underneath the moisturizer. You can combine with like the hyaluronic acid. Let's say you'll do the hyaluronic acid, use the Instant Wrinkle and Pore Minimizer, and then do your moisturizer. For back bar, some of my clients that do extractions where, like, let's say the client had like a huge blackhead and now they have like kind of like an opening in the skin, you can apply the Instant Wrinkle and Pore Minimizer after you're doing the mask and everything. If you're done with the mask and before the moisturizer, you can dab a little bit and massage it in of the Instant Wrinkle and Pore Minimizer, and then it should make the skin look flawless. Like they won't have no pores and wrinkles. For treating the wrinkles, it's better for like the really fine lines, not like those really, really deep fine lines and wrinkles that you see. Like it'll help improve the deep fine lines, but it's better for like those marionette lines that are like over the lip, or like those little fine lines that are in the glabella area. That's how I find like it really helps to improve. And you can use this throughout the day, like multiple times. Like if you're wearing makeup multiple times a day, like you go shower and you want to use it again, you definitely can. You can use it throughout the whole day when needed. Here we have the clarifying serum. This is for your acne prone skin. And this one I usually recommend as a spot treatment unless the client has acne all over their skin. And it's also good for the body if they have acne like on their back or shoulders. So this has 10% glycolic acid. It has 5% vitamin C and 2% salicylic acid. So it's really good for like cystic acne, really good for acne scarring, and just someone that gets a lot of breakouts. It's also really good for hormonal acne. And again, I just recommend it usually as a spot treatment because it's stronger. So your client will start out using it once a week at first, and then I usually recommend the hyaluronic acid and then the advanced therapeutic moisturizer, but you want to let the client have it absorb for at least 1 or 2 minutes before they go on to the next step in the regimen. They may see flaking when using it because it has all the alpha hydroxy acids, which is normal. But on the nights that they're not using the clarifying serum, they still want to use the hyaluronic acid and the advanced therapeutic moisturizer, and it should help with the flaking. And it's really important that the client puts SPF during the daytime when they're using the serum, because you're more prone to getting sun damage because of all the alpha hydroxy acids. But once you start using this more often, already in like 1 or 2 weeks, you can see an improvement in the acne, especially like for hormonal acne, like on the chin area or on the cheeks. It really helps to improve a lot, because it's really killing the acne bacteria and helping to prevent breakouts and helping with the acne scarring. It does come professional. It's called a Pro Peel 15%, which is the professional, and it does act like a self-neutralizing peel. It is stronger than the Mandelic. So this one you can't use on sensitive skin. It's better for your oily, thicker skin types with a lot of acne, but you can also use it as a self-neutralizing peel in your facial or after microdermabrasion or dermaplaning if the client is insensitive. Here we have the 911 blemish control. So this is a spot treatment as well. It has camphor and sulfur, which helps to heal the breakouts. And it's also tinted, so you can wear it during the daytime, and you can put like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer over it, and it'll help blend it into the skin. This one works really well. So again, it's really good for teenagers too, like young girls, like, or men too, if they, have red breakouts and they want to go to school or something and they don't want to show their breakout. It helps to, blend it into the skin. But for back bar, a lot of my clients use this at the end of the facial. So sometimes when you're doing extractions, the clients are still really red and puffy at the end of the facial. So my clients will put it on right at the end. So it'll cover up like the redness and like the inflammation, and it'll cover up any other breakouts that they have. So when they're going outside, they're not looking like a crazy person with like red splotches all over their skin. It'll blend into the skin really nicely. So that's how my clients use it. To treat the breakout though at home, it's really important that they use it every day until the breakout goes away. And if they use it every day, it'll take only like 3 or 4 days for it to go away. But it is meant only for daytime. I just want to let you guys know too that if you don't really like the tinted, we do have a version that's not tinted, and it also has the camphor and sulfur. It's called the drying lotion. So if your client would rather sleep with it overnight, the drying lotion would be the better option, but it's the same ingredients, the camphor and sulfur. Here we have the Instant Lift Collagen Eye Serum. This one's really good for anti-aging and like crow's feet, like kind of like loss of elasticity around the eyes and dark circles. The main ingredients in here is lactic acid. There's 5% lactic acid, which helps with the crow's feet, helps increase collagen in the skin and hydration. There's also peptides. There's the oligopeptide, and that's also helps with the dark circles and the crow's feet. And it's a silicone base, so it actually helps to fill in the fine lines on contact. So any eye cream is really important to use it every single day, morning and at night. If your client's not using it every day, they're not going to see a really good improvement. Since the eyes are like really hard to treat because the skin is so thin, and there's not a lot of nutrients around the eyes to begin with, you have to start using the eye cream. I like to start recommending eye cream in your late 20s already. But that's why it's so important to use it every day, morning and at night. And I usually use it under the moisturizer. But for this one, because it does have the silicone base, I also recommend it for clients to put it wherever they have fine lines, like in their nasal labial folds here too. It's really beneficial, especially if they're deeper, because the silicone will help to, make it look like it's flawless, but it also will help to cumulatively help with the nasal labial folds here. And then in your back bar, again, if your client has dark circles or crow's feet, I usually apply it around the eyes, just like dab it around right over the bone, because in the gravity, naturally to push it up naturally. You don't want to put it too close to the lash line, and then you'll apply the moisturizer. Here we have the Ultra Repair Eye and Neck Cream. So you can use the eye creams together for like really, really good results. But if you use them separately, you'll still get awesome results for like fine lines or wrinkles. This one's more hydrating for the eye area, since it's like a cream and there's collagen and there's ceramides and it has the pentavitin. So it's holding moisture for 3 days around the eyes and on the neck, which is really important. It's really important for clients to start treating the neck area like already. Like even if you see a client in their late 20s and they're having to see like those lines in the neck, they have to start using the neck cream right away, because it's really hard to treat the neck area when it's already like so much of elasticity and fine lines. So this one again has the pentavitin and has ceramides and collagen. So again, really hydrating, really improving the barrier function and producing collagen. But there's also 2% glycolic acid, which is also helping with the crow's feet around the eye and helping to produce collagen around the neck area and helping with the dark circles. So if you wanted to use the 2 eye creams together, you would put the instant collagen eye serum first, and then apply the ultra repair eye and neck cream, and that's in your facial treatment as well. Or you can use them separately, both in the regimen at home or in your facial treatment. So now we'll go into the daytime and nighttime moisturizers. This one, the Ester C Collagen Moisturizer, it has SPF 20. This is my favorite moisturizer out of all the Shira moisturizers, I think. I really, really love this one. I love this one because it gives like a really nice, natural, dewy look to the skin. I'm the type of person that likes to look glowing and dewy, like without wearing any makeup or like highlighter or anything. And this one does it, like for me and all my clients. There's really good ingredients in here. There's Ester C, there's mandelic acid, there's collagen, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and pentavitin. So it's super hydrating, really helps to even the skin tone, really helps to produce a lot of collagen to firm and reduce the fine lines and wrinkles. And it has the sun protection, SPF 20. So it's good for incidental sun. If you're going to the beach, I still recommend to put like an SPF 30 over it. But if a client is just going to work or their car or whatever, it's good for incidental sun. And I really like it because even though it has the sunscreen in it, it's like, it doesn't look like you're wearing sunscreen. Like sometimes you have too much SPF, your skin can turn opaque. This one just gives like such a nice natural glow, and it really penetrates into the skin. This one, anytime I'm doing an anti-aging facial, this is a moisturizer I'm using, and it sells so quickly. Whenever I put this one on at the facial, the client automatically wants to get it because their skin just looks amazing. And it's really good for summertime too. Again, very lightweight, really hydrating, and protects your skin from the sun. Here we have the Advanced Therapeutic Moisturizer. This one's really popular for oily skin combination and your acne prone skin types. It's kind of hard to find a moisturizer for acne that's really hydrating at the same time while also healing your breakouts, because a lot of acne moisturizers have like salicylic acid or like benzoyl peroxide or just things that may over dry the skin. But this one contains pentavitin, contains ceramides, vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. So it's just super hydrating, but it's also healing the breakouts on contact, and it's also just super hydrating for the skin. It's not going to flake the skin or make it too dry. The client can use it morning and at night. If they're using it in the morning, they should apply an SPF over it. It doesn't have sunscreen, but you can combine like any SPF product over it. This one's just awesome, especially for younger kids too, when they want to have something hydrating and they don't want to have like all that flaking and dryness, especially like in the summertime too. It's really good to have. And it's oil free, so it's not going to clog the pores. So this one's just really awesome for oily combination and acne prone skin. Here we have the Advanced Collagen Treatment Cream. I usually recommend this one as a night cream because it just feels more emollient and thicker than like the Ester C Collagen Moisturizer, plus that one has sunscreen in it. But if your client's like really dry and dehydrated, they can still totally put it on during the day. They just have to wear sunscreen over it because it doesn't have SPF. This one also has vitamin C, collagen, ceramides, hyaluronic acid. Really good for firming and producing collagen, really good for fine lines and wrinkles and dehydrated skin. This one is also really good for your more advanced treatments. I like to call it like a post-procedure product, which is like products that you need for healing after like deep microdermabrasion or laser treatments or like dermaplaning or microneedling, where you need something a little bit more thicker and more healing for the skin because there's so much transepidermal water loss. So I usually like to recommend this one to use in the facial room after those treatments, and you can apply a sunscreen over it. And then a lot of the times, like medical spas, or regular spas, if they do the more advanced treatments, they'll give like post-procedure products with the treatment to help heal the skin in between treatments. So this is something that you can recommend for them to use to prevent the flaking and dryness and the transepidermal water loss. It'll really help to heal the skin, but it's also good for anti-aging. So they can use it whether or not they're getting the treatments, those kind of treatments or not. So this is also one of my favorite moisturizers to recommend for anti-aging and just really dry skin types. The next two products I'm going to go over are kind of strong. I usually just recommend it like for thicker skin types, like clients that have like really thick skin, or like you can recommend it for oily skin, really, and it's really good for anti-aging, but they are stronger treatments. So you have to recommend it in a certain protocol to your client, and you have to make sure that they're doing the protocol that you're giving them. The first one is the Ester C Night Renewal Cream. So this one is really good for hyperpigmentation. You can also use it to control oil production and acne. It has vitamin C, and this one has the ester C, but there's also L-ascorbic acid. There's also mandelic acid, glycolic acid, lactic acid, and salicylic acid. So it has all the alpha hydroxy acids, salicylic, and your vitamin C. And what it does, it's a renewal cream. So it's resurfacing the skin. So it's exfoliating the skin like really, really deep. And it is active. You will feel tingling. This would be like your exfoliation pretty much if you don't want to use the Mandelic, if you needed something a little stronger. But the way you want to recommend this one is you only want to apply it once a week at night, only on the facial area. And you have to apply either the Advanced Therapeutic or the Advanced Collagen Treatment Cream right over it. So it's a two-step protocol. So whenever you want to sell this one, you should sell it together with, again, either the Advanced Therapeutic or the Advanced Therapeutic Moisturizer. And then on the nights that they're not using the Ester C Night Renewal Cream, they want to use the other moisturizer every night because they may see like flaking, they may see like dryness, some redness as well because it's active, but it usually goes away the next day. I usually recommend this for fall. I know you guys are sunny like all the time, but in New Jersey, New York, I usually just recommend it for fall time. But if you put the SPF 30 over it, it'll be fine. And if they don't go to the beach, it'll be good to use. But again, you also want to recommend a sunscreen for it, at least SPF 30 or higher. But this one's very effective. Like I've used it a couple of times, and the next day my skin looks really even. The skin tone looks really even, and like I look really firm and I feel really tight on my skin. So it is really effective. It's just a stronger treatment for clients that like strong treatments or like have been to you a few times where they're going to follow your protocol to use the treatment. It does come in the back bar too, and some of my clients, again, they like to use it after microdermabrasion, but only if they can handle the cream. If they're in sensitive skin, I wouldn't recommend it. The Forte Exfoliating Night Treatment is the same protocol. It's a resurfacing cream, but this one also has retinol. So this one has your vitamin C, it has the alpha hydroxy acids and the salicylic acid, but we also added retinol to it, which is really good for firming and collagen production. So the Ester C Night Renewal Cream is better for hyperpigmentation. This one's better for clients that have a lot of loss of elasticity or like really like sagging skin, like they have the jowls right here, like just like loss of elasticity, really defined lines. And this one's better also for clients that have acne scarring. Like a lot of clients that had acne when they were younger, they have a lot of scar buildup and like really thick skin, and that'll help to resurface it and just thin it out and like get rid of all the scarring. But it's the same protocol. I recommend it once a week to start. You can then recommend it twice a week, but you want to apply very little of this one first, the Forte Exfoliating Night Treatment first, let it absorb, and then apply either the Advanced Collagen Treatment Cream or the Advanced Therapeutic Moisturizer, and then use those every night that you're not using the Forte. Again, SPF 30 or higher has to be used during the daytime. And again, just you want to recommend it to clients with like the thicker skin. You can recommend it for oily skin, just not sensitive at all, and you don't want to apply it on the neck area. Some of my clients like to use this for back bar too after the microdermabrasion, but only if they're not sensitive and if they've had like a few treatments where they can tolerate this being applied on the skin. Here's the Ester C Brightening Mask. This is the only mask that we have in the Shir-Radiance line. It's really good for dry skin and really good for uneven skin tone and hyperpigmentation. This one has 10% lactic acid, and it also has vitamin C. and there's glycolic as well. But the lactic acid really helps to increase hydration and also helps to produce collagen along with the vitamin C and the glycolic. You may feel slight tingling, which is normal, but it's not too strong. Like the client won't look really red, but they may feel some activity on the skin. You leave it on for 10 or 15 minutes, and then you can remove it with like a steam towel or cotton pads, whatever you guys like to use to remove masks. And this one I really like. It gives awesome results. Like once you remove it, the client's skin already looks even. Like they have an even skin tone, and they also look like glowing and just really radiant and rejuvenated. So I really like to use this mask for anti-aging. It doesn't clog the pores, so you can use it for like combination skin types, but I wouldn't use it for acne prone skin. And then for home care, if your client is, you know, they like to use masks at home, especially now with like everybody was staying home, you can recommend it once a week. Like today we're going to use it with the Mandelic acid. That's like a really great at-home peel type of treatment using the Mandelic and then the brightening mask afterwards. You get really good exfoliation and really helps to brighten the skin and even the skin tone. And it also helps to refirm and reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So now we'll go into our professional only products from the Shir-Radiance line. The Revitalift ampules are awesome treatments. You can do it as an add-on or just include in the facial. These are really good for dehydrated and anti-aging and dry skin types. There's pentavitamin in these. So again, holds moisture for 72 hours. It has vitamin C and it has collagen and hyaluronic acid. So for the ampules, I like to use this under the mask, and I usually like to use it with machines. So what you want to do is you want to break off the top with the tissue so the glass doesn't go on you, and then you can pour it on the skin. I usually use 1 ampule per client, and I'm putting it all over the face, neck, and the chest. You can either massage the ampule in until it's penetrated completely, or you can use it with galvanic ultrasound. You can use it with a Regenerate pen, like any machine that's penetrating serums into the skin. You can use it. Some of my clients even put this in like, they have like the hydrofusion machine. If you want to use it like as part of the serum part where they're like infusing the serum with the spray, you can add it to one of the serums in the other product or use it and combine it with like a toner in the machine. That's what some of my clients do. But it really helps to increase hydration. It also helps to reduce redness, and it just will really help reduce fine lines and wrinkles and even the skin tone. Really good for anti-aging. Now we'll go on to the peel. So like I said before, the Pro Peel 15% is just the clarifying serum in professional size. So you can use it as the self-neutralizing peel, but again, it's stronger than the Mandelic 15. So this one's not good for sensitive skin. You can use the Mandelic 15 for sensitive skin. This one has 10% glycolic, 5% vitamin C, and 2% salicylic. So really good for acne breakouts and acne scarring. You can use this alone as the exfoliation, leave it under the steam. You can let it penetrate for 1 or 2 minutes and then do extractions, or you can use it after microderm and after dermaplaning, but again, not on sensitive skin. Here's the Pro Peel 30%. So this is a peel that you need to neutralize. This has 20% glycolic and 10% salicylic acid. The pH on here is a 2.9. So the way I usually use it is I'll let it sit on the skin for up to 5 minutes. If I need to neutralize it before, you can even leave it on for 30 seconds or 1 minute. They'll still get a good result because it's really deeply exfoliating the skin. And then you want to neutralize it with baking soda and water. So you don't really need like a special neutralizing solution. I just put 1 teaspoon of baking soda in a big bowl of aluminum water, and I make sure aluminum bowl with cold water. And you want to make sure that it's cold water, not hot water. And then I'll put the towels in there and I'll just let the towel sit on the skin, and then I'll remove the towel, just like dab all over the skin to make sure that it's neutralized. And then you can do extractions very lightly. But since we don't have a mask for like acne or anything after the peel, or in general after the acne treatment, because this is really good for acne, you can use our aloe vera algae peel off mask. It's in our esthetician guide. That's the mask that I use after the peels, because it's really good for redness, really good for hydration and healing. You can add this to any facial, whether it's the brightening facial or your anti-aging or hydrating facial, or you can use the peel as an express treatment, which should be only 30 minutes, where you cleanse, tone, do the peel. You can do a short mask, do serum and moisturizer, and that should only take 30 minutes if you wanted to do the express peel. Here's a 40% peel. So again, same protocol, leave it on up to 5 minutes. It'll neutralize the baking soda and water solution. This one's a little stronger. Obviously the pH on here is a 2.5. So again, after 5 minutes, neutralize it with baking soda and water. I usually start off with the 30% first. If it's their first time with you at least, or getting a peel, just to see how they'll react. If they're already getting super red, you don't want to go right to the 40%. But if they've had a few peel treatments and if they're thicker skin, you can do the 40%. Or you can do, do a series of 30 and then move on to the 40. For both peels, I like to do a series of peels, and they should get a series of 4 to 5 treatments. You can do it as soon as every 2 to 3 weeks apart. If it's hyperpigmentation or acne scarring, I definitely try to get them in 2 weeks, just so they can get more of exfoliation. For the peels, you also want to have the client stop any retinol or alpha hydroxy acid or scrub at least 2 or 3 days before. And then you don't want to have them continue the retinol or alpha hydroxy acid or scrub until at least a week after the peel. So they need to sign a consent form saying that they stopped, the retinol and alpha hydroxy acids before, just so they know, because they'll get side effects. They can, be more prone to sun damage or get like really bad, dry, flaky skin. So just remind the client to stop those products before. Here's our new power peel. So this one's really good. It's like kind of like a modified Jesner's. So it has the 4 different acids. It has mandelic acid, it has glycolic acid, lactic acid, and salicylic acid. The pH on here is a 2.5, but it is a 30%. And I really like this one because since you're getting all the different acids, you're getting so much like different types of penetration into the skin. Like you have the glycolic that has the smallest molecules, that's going in the deepest. Then you have the lactic, that's like the medium size molecule. And then you have the mandelic that's sitting directly on the surface. And then you have the salicylic that's going inside of the pores. So you're penetrating literally like different layers of the skin pretty much. But this one's really good again for hyperpigmentation, for acne scarring, fine lines and wrinkles, and loss of elasticity. You need to neutralize it again with baking soda and water. I leave it on up to 5 minutes and then just neutralize it. And then I like to do the aloe vera algae peel off mask. But it's just really simple peel. You can add it onto any facial, or again, just do an express peel. This one, you can also do a series, again, 4 to 5 treatments every 2 to 3 weeks apart. That was the end. Okay. Oh, wait. I'll go back. Should I stop sharing my screen, you think? Hold on. All right.
Sorry about that.
I forgot if I stopped sharing the screen or
We
not.
couldn't unmute ourselves
We
for a second.
disappeared for a second.
Was there any questions or anything?
Okay, I'm gonna unmute you guys, so just feel free to ask your questions. If you don't want to be unmuted, just keep it how you are. If you have a loud background or something. Is there any questions?
I'm excited about that new peel, Jordana. I was like,
Yeah,
woo!
that one's awesome.
Yeah.
I've done it on the owner's wife a few times.
Did you peel? Do you do that peel like a Jesner with multiple layers, or do you just do one layer?
You could put multiple layers. Like after like 30 seconds to a minute, if I see that they're not, getting really reactive or anything, or I usually ask on a scale 1 through 10 how they feel as well. So if they're like at a 5 or 6, I leave it on. But if they're at an 8, I'll neutralize it right away. But if they're fine, I'll do more layers.
Okay, and you always neutralize the peel.
Yeah,
Okay.
except for the Pro Peel 15 or the Mandelic 15.
Okay, so don't treat it like a Jesner. Treat it like a glycolic and neutralize and
Yeah.
remove. Okay.
Yeah, you still need to neutralize it.
I love it that it has mandelic. That's awesome.
Yeah, mandelic acid's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys, there's a weird echo, so I'm actually going to mute you guys again. If you have any questions, you can just raise your hand and I'll unmute you, or put it in the chat, just because that echo is really distracting. Okay, there we go. Okay, So we're going to go ahead and get started on the facial here.
I did want to say one thing. That Forte night cream, guys, that is no joke.
Yeah.
It is really, really, really strong. And you can get incredible results when your client, for the right client, and if they use it correctly. But just know it's a medical cream.
Yeah, one of our educators, she didn't know how strong it was. It was when we first brought on the line, and she put a strong retinol on and then the Forte, and she actually got peeling like from a Jesner. She was she loved it.
I mean, if it heals, like it heals, your skin will look amazing, but you just have to like keep it hydrated.
Yeah, it's hot though. For sure.
Yeah.
Shauna, no problem. If you're not doing the facial, feel free to just feel the products. I know you're already familiar with the line.
Yeah.
Okay,
so let's start.
All you're going to need is a little headband, some fan brushes if you have it. If you don't, no problem. Your fingers and hands will do the trick just fine. And a towel to rinse. Okay.
I just want to get my.
Oh, and you'll also need a bowl of cool water. So I'm just going to wait for everyone to get ready. Cheryl, you're always prepared, already cleansed. Yeah. I know she did that for our last class too. She was already ready to go, ready to go into the peel.
Someone trying to get in?
The chat. Everyone's products came okay, no damage or leakers or anything? Good. Okay, just gonna wait for Cheryl to get back with her bowl of water, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Or she's already cleansed, so let's go ahead and get started. You're gonna do a double cleanse with the deep foaming cleanser.
Double cleansing with this one is awesome. I always recommend double cleansing.
Foam.
This cleanser smells and feels amazing.
Yeah, I love this one.
I think this is actually our most popular Shira cleanser from all the Shira brands. Everyone really likes this one.
Yeah, for us too, for sure.
Yeah, because I find a lot of mousse cleansers, they're more stripping.
Yeah.
Not so much hydrating, and then this one is kind of the opposite of that, which I really like.
And this one does really remove the face makeup. Like, I wouldn't put it over the eye because it has the Mandelic, but if you have face makeup on, it really helps to remove it.
And do you do this with wet hands, or do you combine it with water, emulsify it at all, Jordana, or just go?
Yeah, I'll add water to it. Like, first I'll apply it on the skin and massage, and then I'll add just a little bit water so it'll foam up more, like while it's on the skin. But if you do use it with the Clarisonic brush, it really works well. You would just wet the brush a little bit, and then you can massage for at least a minute.
These would be really good on the My Dermaticians we carry. They're a little more forgiving than the Clarisonic. And go in with
and
that.
It comes off really easily too.
It does.
I love the smell. It kind of smells like a lemon meringue pie.
I know, it smells awesome.
I got this one more bottle of water.
And I definitely use this for all skin types. Like, even my oily skin, they really like this one too.
It's nice even that it has the Mandelic, right? You can still use it on sensitive skin. So I didn't include any samples of the toners because they are a miss, so it's really hard to sample those. So we're just gonna have to skip that step in the treatment. But no, you would be usually misting after the double cleanse.
Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wait.
Hey, Kelly.
Yes.
It's me, Jill. I had to switch my Wi-Fi a couple times, but at the beginning you said there was some type of kit that you were doing.
Yes.
It was a professional kit. What was that?
It's what you received. It's the facial that we're doing.
Oh,
So
okay.
And we're doing it in professional size for 20% off.
Okay.
So it's regularly $350 and then it's on sale for $280.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, and then once you're done cleansing, then we're actually going to just go right on in to the Mandelic. So like Jordana was saying, this is a Mandelic serum. I always used to actually use it as a spot treatment for my post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or it can be used as your exfoliation step in your facial for it gentle.
So it's both mandelic acid and lactic acid, right?
Yeah. You can apply it with a brush, like in your facial room, if you want. Like I put some in a bowl, because I'll layer this one also sometimes. Like sometimes I'll leave it under steam for 5 minutes, and if I feel like I want to add more, I use a brush and I'll apply it. But you can use your hands too.
Okay.
And definitely, I like to use it under the steam so it penetrates, really deep into the skin. But today I'm using my hands.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my hands as well.
And I usually put like a dime size amount.
Okay. So everyone get it ready. Here you go. Just apply an even layer. Oh. I'm actually getting a little tingle from this. It's very gentle though.
Yeah, you can actually use mandelic acid on rosacea. It's actually really good for rosacea clients. But if anyone is allergic to nuts, because it's derived from almonds, you would just I would use something else.
This a weekly treatment or nightly with the Mandelic serum? Rachel's asking.
I would start out at least 1 to 2 times a week first. And then some of my clients do use it every night, but you just work your way up. But usually exfoliation, I like to recommend it only 3 times a week the most. Unless they have like acne scarring or a really bad hyperpigmentation, because you need to exfoliate more.
Okay, and now going into the mask.
This one you may feel tingling also.
Yeah, the mask has lactic in it, correct? So you're getting that hydration and that brightening.
This one's really good for the chest too. Like if you have hyperpigmentation on the chest area, I put it all over the face, neck, and the chest.
And yeah, the samples are really nice. And you guys, samples are always complimentary, unless you need like over 100 for an event or something. So always just make sure to ask if you want samples, please include them. And then we're gonna go in with the mask. So if you guys just want, thank you. Get that ready. It's a very nice texture.
Mm-hmm. I like the creamy masks a lot.
Smells good.
Mm-hmm.
All of Shir-Radiance kind of has a nice citrus scent to it. And could you do this mask how many times a week, Jordana?
I usually recommend masks once a week, at most twice a week, but
Keep spelling myself. It's hard because I can't really use the mirror. And then because we are doing exfoliation with the Mandelic, just go with your simple rules, how you kind of do with any. No gym that day, no sauna, no hot tub that night, you know. Yeah, the texture is lovely. Yeah, don't have a client come and get a peel and be like, oh, I'm actually going to go work out and take a sauna.
oh my God, I know.
Ooh, that's tingly.
Yeah, you can feel like a little tingly, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take a picture of everyone with their mask on. And then selfie for social media. It's funny how used to these Zoom meetings we're getting at first. It's like, what? I can't see or touch you guys. I want to hug you all. And now it's like, oh, I guess we're getting used to it.
A lot of my clients, they found out that I'm back in the office, so they already want me to come to the spa for trainings like right away.
This is kind of nice, though. I mean, classes are great. And what we were concerned with is that you wouldn't be able to touch and feel the product.
Yeah.
We find with these kits, it's actually really nice. And you're able to be in the comfort of your own home and be in sweats and no one would know. So.
And take it in smaller doses, too, because usually our classes are 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I find like these hour and a half trainings just frequently are nice.
Yeah. And it's like more active, you know, because you
travel.
Yeah. Yes, we love our bow headbands. These were a gift. We're trying to
I see them at trade shows all the
we want to
time.
distribute them. But yeah, this is like
Next time we can actually go to a trade show, I'll buy like 1,000 of them and have them for you guys. Although the Face and Body trade show is a go in December, and right now the Skin Games is a go October 21st in Palm Springs.
Oh, so who's all opened back up right now? Can I get a thumbs up if you are?
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Rachel, you're on mute. So you
Rachel's
can't
in
answer.
Fresno.
You're in Fresno. Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
Shauna's in Modesto.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so Santa Cruz opened up. I know Santa Clara is still not, but I think everyone's starting to finally go back to work, which is so nice. And then generally, Jordana, you said leave this mask on 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes.
Because of time, we'll probably not go quite as long. You can massage this mask in, correct?
You could, but I just like to remove it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you could massage it in, then remove it.
Yeah. With the aloe vera algae peel off mask, like what's really good about that one too is that you can apply any mask underneath it.
Oh,
so like sometimes I'll do this one and then right over it I'll apply the peel off mask and it helps penetrate everything underneath it into the skin.
right.
Yeah.
Would you only use the aloe vera? I mean, I know we have the gold peel off mask, we have the chocolate peel off mask.
The berries,
The berries.
and the common petal.
If you wanted to use one instead, I like the black currant one the best because it kind of has the same texture as the algae mask, but the gold or the chocolate one you can too, but because it gets thick, because you want something thick that you can layer it thick under, like to apply it on top. But the gold I wouldn't, because the gold like just works amazing by itself, you know. That one I like to have straight on the skin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll go ahead and remove. Oh, it's super easy to come off. It just comes right off, which is nice.
Yeah.
I love clay-based masks, but I hate removing them most of the time. Get them in the hairline. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
I like the creamy masks.
So also, if any of you are thinking of taking advantage of the 20% off on this kit, if you could let me know sooner rather than later, because I have an order coming and the professional Mandelics, I will need to order more. So just let me know, and then it'll ship when it comes in about a week.
And no need to neutralize that Mandelic. It's self-neutralizing.
Nice. Feels good.
And yes, the ampules can go under that mask. That would be nice.
Yeah. Especially if you do it with like machines or something, just like to give an extra boost.
And with the next gold class, you all will get an ampule of the Botoderm ampules, and you're going to get the full size gold mask.
So we'll be all doing peel off masks. We'll look very silly, but it'll be fun.
My skin feels really soft.
Mine does too, and mine looks really bright and even. Okay, then go in with the Ester C Brightening Serum. You can see this facial is very geared to brightening with dull and lackluster skin, hyperpigmentation, so it's really nice.
I love this serum, actually. I
Yeah.
mix this serum with the hyaluronic acid every morning. It's also invigorating from the citrus, but it feels really cool.
Ester C.
Then Shauna asked, can I pay for that class, get the kit, and watch it recorded? I'm already booked up that day. Yeah, I don't see why that's a problem. Yeah, that's totally fine.
I love this serum.
Very silky.
And then Jordana, that Mandelic serum, it can be used on all Fitzpatrick's, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's just good for anybody. Everybody.
Okay. And then Ultra Repair Eye and Neck.
On the moisturizer.
This is actually the first time I've used this moisturizer on my face because I'm more oily, so I usually go with something more geared to that. So I'm excited to try.
It doesn't clog the pores, but it just will make like an oily skin type look more oily, which they don't really like. But it doesn't clog the pores. But if you like looking dewy, then
I do like looking dewy. I'm not about the whole like matte look. That's
I love looking really dewy.
Hydrated, yeah. Sometimes when I find
what moisturizer are we doing?
the Ester C Collagen Moisturizer, sorry. And this has the 20% SPF in it. So again, this is the Ester C Collagen Moisturizer.
Thank you.
It does. It feels really nice. And yeah, it doesn't feel like that typical sunscreen, thick, greasy.
We donated a lot of like skincare kits to hospitals and nurses, and we put a lot of the Shir-Radiance, and they got especially the Hyaluronic and the Ester C Collagen Moisturizer, and they all love it.
Oh, good. Oh yeah, this looks really nice.
Yeah.
Very dewy.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you. You look great too. My skin has definitely benefited from quarantine. I've been doing and with these Zoom meetings, I've been doing a chemical peel weekly. So, and I've been keeping it very gentle because obviously I don't want to do too much, but my skin's been quarantined. Okay, and now we're going to go in with the Ultra Repair Eye and Neck Cream. This product is also super, super popular.
Yeah, I need to run and get the instant the eye serum to layer them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how
I love the eye and neck cream. Like this is also one of our most popular eye creams because it just feels like really good on the skin because it's really hydrating, but it's also it works really, really well.
This is also what I always recommend. When sometimes you have those old school clients who just want something really thick underneath.
Yeah.
I always go with this one.
And then I'm gonna layer it. So this is that Instant Lift Collagen Eye Serum.
I just gave this one to my mom.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I actually sent this one to my sister as well. I always find it funny for people who don't usually use skincare and they finally do. Like, my skin feels like weird. I'm like, no, it just feels hydrated. Like, it never felt hydrated before. That's always what my sister says. She's like, I can feel stuff on it. I'm like, yeah.
She's really dry.
She's the most dehydrated person I know.
She takes after her dad.
Yeah, but it's always funny. Like, she just did a treatment yesterday, and I sent her all the richest stuff. She's like, I'm not used to feeling like this. I feel all the time.
Yeah, she was on our Instagram story yesterday.
Oh, really?
Alpha treatment.
Yeah, she did the mango mask.
Yeah.
And then she did an enzyme from 2B Bio, the NZ scrub.
I love the mango. It
Mm-hmm.
smells so good.
Yeah, I always have to like give her something that smells really good, so it's incentive for her to actually use it.
She's becoming addicted.
She is.
And her husband is too.
Oh, really? I feel like the men always get so addicted. They never do anything, and then they're like finally looking and feeling good. And then they take, like my dad takes all of my mom's products in the bathroom. She's always she's literally yelling at him every day.
Yeah, Rachel, isn't that nice? The Ester C serum. It's very tingly. Feels really, especially in the morning. I like to put it on and mix it with the hyaluronic acid. It's like, oh, it feels so good.
Yeah, I feel really plumped and hydrated.
Yeah, I feel
Thanks,
super
Shauna.
hydrated. Oh, my skin looks really
Yes, your
reflective.
order's shipping today, Shauna.
Congrats on opening up the new place too. You're opening up a second location. That's awesome.
Do you want to just wait and ship this too that I just ordered?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we'll add it together.
And yes, we'll see how the duo spas work out in the middle of coming out of COVID.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's rushing to get treatments right now, so hopefully it'll be good.
I'm working 5 days this week and I have no available appointment.
Oh,
Except right now is
that's a
my
good
only available
problem
time.
to have.
So
Skin must
I've
be-
been very lucky.
Yeah.
Well, if you want tingling, Cheryl, any of those Pro Peels or that Forte night cream or Ester C night renewal should give you some tingling. If that's what you want. Does anyone else have any other questions?
Yeah. Do you want me to unmute you? Okay. There you go.
Actually, a question for Shauna.
Okay.
How many clients are you scheduling per day? We're not clear to do facials yet, so I'm just wondering, like, how.
Well, first of all, I'm wanting to tell you I'm going against my county wishes.
Oh, okay.
Because when they announced we could book, I booked 50 clients, and then our county said no. And then our sheriff got on and said, I'm not stopping anyone.
Okay, good to
So
know.
I wasn't going to reschedule 52 people. I'm sorry. So I'll just lay that out there. Someone can turn me in. I'll give you my license number if you want.
How many people per day, though, are you doing, like facial-wise?
I did 5 on Saturday with pretty good breaks in between everyone.
Yeah.
Today I have 5 hours of sugaring. So
Oh, God. Oh, God.
a lot of vaginas.
Yeah.
So I can't do more than 5. You have to leave a good chunk of time to make sure you're cleaning. I use a different mat, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
You just do what you need to do. I am not changing my clothes in between people, and I'm not using paper sheets. Refuse.
I'm looking for disposable
Aprons?
lab coats or aprons. So
Yes.
we started in March looking for all the PPEs, and because we order from a medical company, I can get them from China, but it's not something that I want to really get involved in. I do have shields coming and masks coming, but I'm still looking for gloves. We've always
Aprons,
carried gloves,
yeah.
but I can't get them right now.
Right.
And then disposable aprons.
That would be good.
Yeah.
For me, the shield was very funky because I'm short and chubby. So when I bend over the clients to do extractions, the whole thing hits
I
my.
need almost a shorter
Is
one.
it a forehead shield?
Yes,
Okay, I bought one. It's not in yet, but I bought one that goes around my neck and comes up.
I need that. Yeah,
So I don't know how that will work either, but we'll see.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't take the,
I have the same issue. Well,
So
thank
anyway,
you.
but
Thank you for your
people are
sharing your
happy
info.
and they're being very generous tipping because they're so happy to see you. So I'm sorry, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yep.
If you want to take advantage of that special, send me a quick email and we'll see you. Well, we
For
have
the book
another
class.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, hopefully.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Jordana, thank you so much.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Jordana is the best.
Thank you. You too.